the rust paint I put on all of the parts yesterday. Where's the shadow coming from? It takes 48 hours to dry fully. So it's still tacky to the touch right now. Supposedly you can put more coats on it right now, but I'm like, not until that one's finished, so we'll wait. 48 hours, one today, and then tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening I should be able to paint that with some primer and then start the getting it colored black. I still need to go get some bed liner, spray on bed liner, rattle can spray liner, but we got to go get that maybe in our break on Saturday, but we'll see. Okay, so yesterday we got the mud flaps removed, and we found this nasty little spot right here. That is definitely rusted through right here on this outer piece. The inner piece looks like it's just surface rust. So I'm going to continue to grind that down, or I don't know, grind it. I don't know if I can cut it with this angle, because the wheel will not go. The wheel will not go in there like that without cutting this piece. So I need. Oh, there it is. Sorry, the wheel will not go in there without cutting this too, and I don't want to cut this up here. So that's going to have to be figured out a different way. I saw a video with a guy, and he had these really small wheels on an air deal. It might have been Church House Classics, but I don't have one of those, so I'm not sure what to do on that. That might just be creative wheeling like this, maybe. I don't know. Well, let's see. Anyway, that's going to get mitigated to some point today as well. Started working on the fender over here. I've got that pounded out. I used my big hammer as a dolly behind this, and then found out there's some crap back there that kept me from getting that accomplished very well. So that was smart of me. Yeah, that stuff is sharp. Nice chunks of truck. Okay, we've been cleaning this up, so we gotta be careful. All right, so that's from behind. That needs to be ground down. I got to get behind that somehow too and get that hammered flat. Without two people, that's going to be a challenge. So we'll do the best we can. And then I need to get all of that rust off of there. And then, so that's been cut. I cut through that when I was cutting through here. We've got to get all that ground down, and then we'll put the zinc on it and build a template for those that we can. Pound that one a little bit. I need to pound it from the back side. We'll give it another whack with the hammers here in a little bit. We'll fill weld this, probably just fill that in, and maybe this one too. But I need to get all the rubber bit, all that rubber stuff off of it first, and then kind of clean it up a little bit. Moving around to the front of the truck. We talked about these the other day. Except the sound was off, so that's very complicated there. That's going to be challenging. We'll grind this black stuff off today, see if we can get any further with it. Same here, and then same as this edge here. We'll get this edge, the rubber bit off of it too, and then template those pieces. Lots of rubber to remove here to get to the back side, get to this. See how we're going to be able to fix that as well. Yeah, lots of oh, sorry for the bad shot. So yeah, lots of challenges. There's just a freaking holes right there. What are those, bolt holes? Shit, I don't even remember what went in them. So those are going to get magically delicious today. Oh, it's on the other side. Then I can go into the cab. Okay, that's all right. Whatever goes in there. God, who knows? Yeah, so we'll take a look at those as well. Maybe we'll fill those with some weld or something to keep that from rusting further. And then there's this piece up here. Needs to get the wire wheel, hit it, and then we'll get some primer on that as well. All right, so not going to bore you with a lot of that today. So I'm just going to go work, and then I'll come back and show you what I did. So more when I get back in here. All right, thanks. Okay, hey, that turned out surprisingly well. I'm gonna be able to do that again. That's just gonna weld that. Literally just gonna weld that closed. There it is. Weld that closed. I'm gonna weld this closed. I'm gonna build a template for this and weld that in place. Got that nice and ground down. This over here with the light. That is not as bad as it looked. This is kind of bitchy torn up, so probably gonna cut the wheel right here and cut it right here just to clean that bit off. I can't get it bent back into shape the right way, so does it matter? Probably not, but it's bothering me. So a little bit more with the clamps maybe or something. I'll fiddle fart with it a little bit longer and then I'll give up on it probably. And then we got to go all the way around. So got to start all the way around. Kind of get those cleaned up too. Okay, more on it. All right. All right, investigation complete. Okay, we've got 2 pieces of steel, one layered on top of the other. This outer piece here is the fender well underneath, completely across. Okay, so we got the quarter panel piece attached to that. There's some spot welds, or where there used to be spot welds. So this piece is going to be keep right here. So my thought is I'm going to come under here. Here's the edge of that. I'm going to cut this back all the way back and across and across, and then lay one sheet of steel across there, weld it across the top here, and fix that whole problem. Mighty ambitious, since I've never done body work before. So this is probably going to suck, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, so once we get that piece of under the holes part you see right here, once we get that out of the way, we can mitigate the rust underneath on the outside piece of steel. You can see it here where my thumb is, and right here where my thumb is, and right here where my thumb is, and right here where my thumb is. We can mitigate the rust on that with just grinding it. So that's what we're going to do. So big cutting coming along right here in just a second. We're going to do this on our back. It's not going to be easy. We got to lay kind of next to this, but not next to this. And I think I'll sweep again just for giggles and get my lights all sorted out. All right, when we come back, that's what you're going to see. I went back over there, sorry, not going back. I went back over here, gave it a hap with a hammer, and there's definitely a rust through spot. It's not as bad as it looks there. So it's just a smaller piece that needs to be cut out and then welded into those other pieces. So that's where we're going to go with that one. Okay, in an attempt to try to cut in a straight line, I figured out I could probably use some tape. So I went and got some paint masking tape, and I've measured my distance to 2 3/4 just to get all of this out far enough to get all the rust all the way up. We're going to stop about right here, right where this rust ends, right here. That's where we're going to come across and stop. So this is going to be the piece we'll cut out of our sheet steel and replace down to here. So we're going to go across here, because that seems to be okay on this side. And then we'll go across here, up here, across there, or cross here, and then up there. I don't know. We'll get it there somehow. But this piece won't fall. It's still welded to this piece behind it, so it won't go anywhere. It's just going to sit there and make sparks. Get my pads in place. I've got my nut cutter on. And make sure the cords freely move so I'm not freaking out halfway through my cut. Get our protection on. Minimize the amount of hot, sparky stuff going down our throat, in our neck, and in our face. Where's my helmet? All right. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Point of no return! Can't see it laying down. Can't see it laying down. Can't see it laying down. I have to figure out how to sit up and do this. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm moderately happy with that. That went better than I thought it was going to. And only a minimum amount of sparks down my shirt. Give me the camera. Come here, you. Only a minimum amount of sparks down my shirt. Okay, so we're gonna, oops, sorry. Camera's attached to the charger. Okay, so we've gone past that. So this, as you can see, will come apart. And I'll just get the chisel and we'll start working on that right now. An air chisel would be handy. Oh no, the shot died. Oh, great. Oh, as I was saying, an air chisel would be awesome right now. Don't own one. One weldy gone. One. Let's get a hammer. Like we mean it. They are holding on for dear life, that's for sure. Know how to cut those. You get a cutting wheel and you cut those. That's how you cut those. You don't even mess around with this method. All right, we're gonna tease that up. I'll put the cutting wheel on it. And cut those welds the rest of the way off underneath there. Easy peasy. Safety second. Go get them. Yes! One good one there. One good one there. Let's get that. Knees are not. Oh man, my knees are hurting. See those under there? There we go. Just gonna grind those spots off, clean that steel, grind all the rubber off this part right here, and we can weld a new piece onto it. Who's excited more than I? No one. I know no one is. No one. All right, let me get some paws done here. Okay, to be frank, I'm surprised how well that turned out. Oh, nice. Okay, so I gotta clean off the top here, get all of that primer off so that I can spot weld through it, get the rust off the rust where the rust is. Lots of rust and more rust in there. So I'm gonna go inside, I think give that a couple of whacks with a hammer right here on the inside and see if I can get that to bend out just a teeny tiny bit so I can get the rust out of it actually. All right. Wow, I am kind of shocked. Okay, I'm gonna heat that seam sealer up right there and get it off of the truck. I bought some, so I don't need that. So I'm gonna heat that up with the heat gun and do some scraping on it. See if we can get that done. This is a very complex joint. There's a piece here, a piece from here, and a piece underneath here. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. The underneath has a lot of that, so then you really can't tell what's going on there. I'm not sure how to fix that. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I'll have to cut on it some more. Probably cut that corner out, cut that across there. Just see what happens. See what I've got laid out there. And then I can work from the top down maybe. Let's try that. All right, let's reposition. Repositioning camera. Okay, make a cut there, see what happens. Okay, I'm looking at it from this side, and you're looking at it from that side, and that's not gonna work. I gotta get you over here, because you can't see what I'm trying to see here. All right, so this is the nightmare of this corner right here. So, you can see the lap, lap, lap. So many laps. I don't know what to do with that. Hammer it flat, fill it with something, and grind all the rust off? I don't know. I don't know. I have to ruminate on that a little bit. This one, ugh, that's next. All right. I'm gonna put the wire wheel on it first and see if we get anywhere on that. I'll come back after I finish that. Probably gonna take a little water break. Okay. This is not as bad as I thought down here. Maybe I've got the rust off of it pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the amount of rust I've got off. So basically a box, and this is the body, and this piece, that bolt, there's a box right here behind this that is the sill. So this sits on top of this body mount here. I think that is gonna be okay. So I'm thinking, still thinking, I will weld a gusset on here for strength to fill in this space, and then close it on the box side. I'll re-weld this piece too, right across here. That seam will get re-welded together for strength. It's probably wrong, but I'll do it. And then I'll box this, weld this, and then gusset this piece here, welding across around that triangle. And then I'll build a template for that piece, cut it out and weld it on. So that looks pretty good. One more left. So still thinking about what to do about this one. It's not through. Oh yeah, it is. I can see my finger on the other side. Okay, so that's through on what seam? Okay, that's the fender seam. Fender seam runs right along here. There's a hole right there. You can see through it now. Okay, so this looks like a similar fix to what we did back there, but that's gonna be a lot more complex because I can only cut so deep without damaging everything there. So that's gonna be entertaining. Probably just a small box right here, 1.5 inches maybe at the most, and I'll cut that piece out. As far as this piece goes, we need to do something here. I'm gonna get that seam all cleaned up there. I might just be able to, no, I don't know on that. I don't know yet. That one's gonna take some thinking. I may have to build some templates and get some cardboard or something and poster board and kind of puzzle that one out. But I need to get that rust off of it for sure. So I'm gonna glove back up and start grinding. Get some of those wirings out of the way. Don't want to brush a wiring. What are you attached to up there, Sparky? Oh yeah. Get you up out of the way there now. Alright, okay. Let's get our shit back on. What have I got on there? Ah, dang it. Okay. I'm gonna make a call that short socks today were a bad idea. What's a fact, I tell ya. That's a lot of seam sealer and hope. I'm not kidding. That's a very complex joint. There's the floor pan behind the, inside the truck. Here's the outer upper fender well. Here's an inner fender well, welded right in there, and it's just packed full of seam sealer. It's this white crap you see here. They had no idea if that was gonna hold or not. Oh no, Lionel, go ahead and fill her with a bunch of crap and we'll see what happens. You and I'll be dead before that rusts out. I think you're right, Ian. Burp. Dang it. I'm not sure on that. That's a lot of rust. Huh. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I think so. I need to hammer that out so I can get that rust off of it. Let me get that hammered out. Moderately confident I could seal it from the other side. I could clean this crap out of it and weld a hole patch over the outside, and I could keep the water on this side, but I can't keep it off of this corner here. I can't keep it off of that from the other side, and I can't keep it out of that from the other side. Wish I had a big old giant heavy beanbag, and then like a shot bag, and then I could hammer a piece of steel into a cup like that and just weld the whole seal the whole thing from one side. At least I'd know it was sealed on this side from the water, kind of, because that would be very hard to weld in between. That would be very hard to weld. I wonder what someone else would do. They'd probably drill out these 2 points right here, and then bend that son of a bitch back. Clean all the rust out, and then pray to the Lord that it doesn't ever rust again once you painted the crap out of it. I'll bet that's what they would do. Do we want to try that? You know how much I love drilling. Second favorite thing on planet. Bugger. Drill bit traveling in the correct direction makes all the difference in the world. You would be shocked maybe at how accurate that statement really is. Not making it yet. Oh, it is. Let's see how hard it is to bend. I saw it flex when I broke it loose. A lot more to that than just that pot weld right there. We can get the rest of it now. I'm gonna now. Bert. Bigger drill bit. Amazing how well that works when you use it right. traveling in the right direction. It's shocking how good that works. Fresh, clean, unbuggered drill bit. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, come on, guys. I can build cars better than this. Seriously? That's just packed full of seam sealer. It has a shelf life of about 2 weeks. Unless if you're putting salt on your roads. Unless if you don't know about undercoatings. You gotta pay a ton of money to get undercoatings on it. Alright, well at least we can get to the rust. Get our wire wheel in there. Let's get our wire wheel in there. We're gonna do our best on this. I'm not encouraged. I'm not happy about it. I'm not confident in my selection of repair. Oh, ugh. What's going on with that? Let's bang that back out. Kids were ever watching this and they wanted to buy their dad a nice Christmas gift or Father's Day gift or birthday gift, could use a second angle grinder, because swapping the tool from wire wheel to cutter is annoying. None of that gonna be. Alright. Let's see how lucky we're gonna get. Oh, we start trying to crank on that. Oh, look at that. Is that gonna work? Yes. Yes, it is. That is going to work. I'm very excited about that. Alright. Yes. See how, look at that seam sealer in there. Good grief. Boy, they were really counting on that stuff. Man, look at that. It's just a bunch of rubber. It doesn't do anything but hold the water against the steel. Good job, guys. How many did you have at the pub, Ian? At lunchtime? Whoever thought that was a good idea needs to be examined. psychiatric professional. I'm having a fair bit of luck getting it off, so that's encouraging. And to give them a little bit of cred, I mean, it's still got primer under there and it's not rusted. It's whatever happened here caused that to fail. That's where the rust is. Huh. What is this piece? Is it just a big old fat weld on the other side? I think it is. It is! It's got to come off. I won't be able to get my piece sticking in there correctly. Oh my, smoke! Smoke! Ding! Yay me! Alright. I like how this is coming together. Let's see if we can get that rust off of there. Tearing too much more stuff up. And get that. Swap this one more time before the day is over. And that, oh, I got a cut. I got one more cut to make. Before I swap this, let's just make my 1-inch cut over here. Make our cut while we're at it. Cut it all out. Okay, got that ground off and that looks pretty good. We're ready to go there. I just need to get these pieces of steel separated here and then make my patches for those that are rusted and ruined, and I'll just keep working on that. That's all of the pieces in here except for the big giant hole. So we're doing good today. Got a lot done so far. It's only middle of the afternoon, so oops, camera. All right. Well, if you're British and you didn't like my British accent, just remember it's just comedy. Just kidding. The fact that you guys drink beer at lunch, I'm jealous actually. The fact that you people can design an automobile like this that a moron like me can work on, I'm even more impressed. I wished you'd have followed some of your American brethren's plans and included some dipping of your parts in a big giant solvent of rust preventative, like regular smart people do. That would have been a nice change, don't you think? I do. Maybe you do or don't, I don't know. Okay. I think we've got all our holes cut, all of our... Gotta grind the rust off that real quick, but yeah. And drill a hole for a plug weld, just for giggles. Giant one or a little one? Choose the little one, because it'll be more better. We'll put 2. Get gloved back up. One more run with the grinding wheel, or the wire wheel, and we'll start making some templates. That's loud. So loud. Didn't wear hearing protection today. Maybe I should have. Okay. Complexity of that weld right there is going to be not very fun. That's going to be hard to do. Found another rust spot here when I was grinding that down. Just ate that all the way. So I'm going to come over with this piece over this overlap here. So I'm going to make that overlap and then go up. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully that will work. All right, a little bit more with the grinding wheel, and then start playing with templates and get some primer on this stuff. It gets loud in here when it rains.